We've got like the best stuff. You wouldn't believe. We've just been to this school and there was like a smashed up telly and... Greetings and welcome back to Sheltered and the Weird Family, for whom it is finally raining once again. Hurrah for rain, praise be to the rain spirits, and etc. It is finally raining. We've had a many-day-long drought. I don't know how long the drought has actually been, but it was a long time. And because we have, rather foolishly, kind of invited more people into our shelter than we can actually support at the same time, I thought we were going to run into some difficulties. In fact, I had to send out a team with minimal water on just a little jaunt just to keep people out of the shelter. But it is now raining, so we are in a good position once again. Also, look, we have a new journal entry. 2 new journal entries, in fact. Day 20. What have we done? I can't stop thinking about it. Did we really just take someone's life? We did. Yesterday, one of our people, I think it was Walter, did indeed take somebody's life, but you know, we didn't really have a choice. He was attacking us, and it kind of had to be done. Also, on day 20, it's hard living like we do. But that person that came to see us today said that the best source of stress relief is to read books. Kids would probably find that boring, though. Yeah, toys are probably better for them. Books and stuff is definitely something we would eventually like to do. Can we make one now, by the way? Can we make a bookshelf? We need nails and wood. You know what? We can. And we shall. We shall indeed do what the journal entry says. We're going to make a bookshelf. We'll make it down here, look. There can be a bookshelf by the cooker, and people can read books and generally chill out whilst they're there. We do have an expedition out and about. Hi, this is Janet. We found a small house. Yes, indeed, search the small house. We also want to send out another expedition, don't we, really, whilst the water is coming in. How are people looking? Who is in a good position to go exploring? Walter is definitely not. He's filthy, knackered, and starving. Michelle is not loyal enough yet, neither is Nancy. Okay, so really, our only choices are people who are not in a fit state. We could send the 2 kids out. On, like, just a quick... Should we send them out on just a quick jaunt around? Like, nearby? Where are they? We'll send both the kids out. Oh, Octopie's a bit dirty. Well, I mean, that's okay. He's a bit dirty and he's a bit... Actually, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. We're not sending crazy people out on expeditions when they're not in a fit state. Let's just get everyone... We've still got a bit of time before the water fills up. Let's get everyone sorted. You can eat some meat, Andy, because you're probably more hungry than anything else. Octopi, you can totally have a shower. There we go. Accept the transmission. Examine the items from the small house. We'll take everything to begin with. There we go. Day 21 has dawned. Day 21. Octopi is starving. Nancy, why don't you go up there and fill his bowl? Let's accept the transmission. Stumbled across a florist. You can search the florist for shower. Walter is pretty tired, but his tiredness is going down. We are going to want him to have a shower, I think, fairly soon, as the water storage is not full yet. Andy, why don't you... Hold on. Accept the transmission. Hi, this is Janet. What have you found in the florist, Janet? A hinge? We need hinges. We can take all this stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Nancy, you can't go and do anything, so why don't you clean the shelter, because you can't go out anyway. We're probably going to send, I think, Walter and Jonas out again. They did pretty well last time. Let's accept the transmission. Stumbled across a small pharmacy. Yep, search the pharmacy. That's fine. Walter, why don't you wake up and take a shower? Because whilst it's raining, we might as well have people using water if we can. Jonas also needs a shower. He's also, like, pretty well starving. But why don't you wake up, have a drink, then eat some meat. Accept the transmission. Janet to base, we found something. Oh, we found someone in the small pharmacy, and they're signaling to us. Alright, well, we better go and check this out, because, you know, things could get messy. Look at this guy. I mean, look at him. He's crazy. Now, what brings someone like you to my door? Well, just passing. You know? I find someone such as myself thrives under these conditions. The bodies are so willingly ignored, the missing so acceptingly missed. That sounds pretty weird, Eric. What are you saying? He is indeed saying he's a psychopath. Eric, you have not realized who you're dealing with, though, because you are taking on the two most badass people from the Weird Family and the extended Weird Family. The original and still the best. Laura, master of attacking and also legendariness. Just melee him straight away. Smack him in the head with your pipe multiple times. See? How did you like that, Eric? You thought that you were cool, but oh no, you didn't realize what was going to happen when you met the Weird Sisters. I mean, they're not technically sisters, but they like to think of themselves as sisters. Janet, just get in there and disarm this fool. There, look at that. Straight away, ninja'd him to disarm him from his pipe. He's picked it up again, but now it's time for him to be meleeed in the head once again by Laura, mighty wielder of the Pipe of Doom. Janet, we're gonna go for the same thing again. Look, straight away, the disarm. Pow! Haha, you fell for it again, Eric, you fool. Oh, look, he's given up on trying to get his own one, and he's actually caused Laura to drop her one. But you see, there's two of us, so whilst Laura retrieves her one, Janet can come in and fist you right in the chest, and then an uppercut to finish you off. Look at that. Nice work, Janet. A proper kill shot there. Take the pipe. I mean, take the other stuff as well, just because. Oh, slightly traumatic, I'm sure, for poor Janet here, look. She took a little bit of trauma, but she also took her strength up and some dexterity up, so, you know, generally doing pretty well. She's almost as strong as Laura. When we get the punch bag, they will both become epically strong. They will be akin to the Incredible Hulk, or other such being. Hi, this is Janet. It looks like the small pharmacy has some stuff. Yeah, what is it in the pharmacy? Take everything. Can we take everything? We can't take everything. What should we put back? This pile of scrap. It looks very unappealing, and it's not something that we really need. Nor do we need the glass jar, nor do we need some plastic bottles. At least not until we get some kind of recycling available. We definitely want the leather, we want the nail, and the rest of this is pretty much junk. That might be useful if we go and trade somewhere. So, I don't know, take the lens. Confirm! Good work, chaps. Michelle is now in bed, having a nice snooze. There's an incoming radio transmission. Janet, we found a school out in the wastelands. Yeah, check out the school. Absolutely, do that. Andy's looking fine. Hold on, let's select Octopi here. Should we send Andy and Octopi out? We might as well. We'll send them on a little nearby trip. Look, Andy and Octopi. We'll send them to 4 days ago, 5 days ago. We'll send them just to do the local run. Look, they can just do the local run like that. 49 of the 90 water. It's probably not enormously efficient. Hold on, actually, let's just do... Should we just do that? 12 of the 90 water. It's just a little quick run around the block. Just a quick run around the block. That's all. We're not going to give them the satchels because they're not going very far. We're not going to give them the gas masks either. I'm working on the assumption, and to be fair, it may be an incorrect assumption, but I'm working on the assumption that the shorter time they are out in the wilderness, the wasteland, the less chance there is that they will get radiation poisoning or other such thing. So I'm just going to send them out like that. Off you go, chaps. Hopefully they'll come back with something cool and be fine at the same time. We've used up a little bit of our water there. Jonas, you need to have a shower after Walter is out of the shower. Walter, why don't you go and eat some meat? Jonas, you go and... Oh, go up here. You could really do with taking a shower. You could. Jonas needs to stop taking... Oh, just eat some meat. Accept the transmission. Examine the items. What have you found? We want some of this stuff. We want the wire. Absolutely. We'll take the sand. We'll take the hinge. We'll take the wood. We don't need another chisel. We don't really need any of this water, so why don't we put the water back? Although, did I literally hear it just stop raining? We could take the metal instead, though, because we kind of missed out a little bit on metal before. We'll take the anti-radiation tablets and the antibiotics and everything else that we've got here, I think. Maybe put the food rations back. Look, let's put the food rations back and take the water instead. Because water fuels trips out into the wasteland, whereas food rations only fuels Bone Hero the cat. Because everyone else can just eat meat from the freezer. although there is only 3 meat, and nothing has stumbled into our trap of late. But I'm sure they will in due course. Good. All right. This is looking good. Walter here is making himself some food. Hopefully, are you actually making yourself some food? I think he is. Let's accept the transmission. Hello, Andy. Here we stumbled across a school. Yep. Search the school. Keep up the good work, Andy. Nancy, you can make sure that everything is fixed up. Everything looking good. We actually went on quite a crazy fixing mission last time around, so everything is in reasonably good condition. Michelle here, nearly loyal enough to go out, but not quite yet. So water storage 73. That's all fine. Except transmission. Andy to base. We found someone in the school. They're signaling to us. I think they want to talk. We're going to have to get involved. The kids have bumped into somebody in the school. It's not good. I mean, anything could happen. And probably will. What the hell do you want? It's Jeffrey. Confirm. Easy there. Just walk in here. We're just a couple of kids. We're not at risk. You know, we're no danger to you here. Jeffrey, the crazy man. I used to be big news around here, see? We team up. No, we've been through this before, I think, Jeffrey, or at least somebody else who was big news. But frankly, we are full. Look at you. You are big news. Jeffrey, Lord of the Ones. 1 strength, 1 intelligence, 1 dex, 1 whatever. Ones across the board. Jeffrey, that don't impress me much. In fact, that don't impress me at all. I don't think someone as broken as you will do us any good. No, you're pretty much just terrible. If you can't accept me, we're not even going to listen to the rest of what he has to say. We're just going to turn around and walk away. Sorry, Jeffrey. I don't think you're going to make it. I'm sorry to say. We just managed to get a good catch there. That's excellent. Hi, Octopi. What have you found in the school? Take all that junk. Just take it all. I mean, it's junk, but grab it anyway and bring it back. Why not? Michelle, is there anything you really need? Hold on, let's check. Jonas is ready to go, and Walter is ready to go. So we're sending out a new expedition. Jonas and Walter, look at this. We're going to have 3 expeditions on the go at the same time. That's how dangerously awesome we are. No. Hold on. We want to go. So, basically, there's this little town up here that we haven't explored yet. And then there's this big town down here that we haven't explored yet, and another town over here. So, I think I'd like to send, when we go to the big town, I'd like to be kind of as well equipped as possible with my 2 strongest people. So, let's go up to this little town up here, look. There we go. Also, like, bigger bags and satchels and stuff would be good. Like that. There. That's possibly not the single most efficient way of doing it. That is going to use most of our water as well. Do we even really need to do that? Look. If we just go like that, it uses slightly less water, and presumably they'll see all these things in the distance and be like, oh, there's something in the distance. And if we just accept all of their things they see in the distance and want to go and investigate, then hopefully we will hit that whole place up. That's what I'm going to assume is going to happen anyway. Confirm! Because you're going quite a long distance, you should totally take plenty of gear with you. Jonas, what is your strength, Jonas? I'm not entirely sure I know what your strength is. So why don't you take the rock? The rock of ages, the rock of awesome, the rock of head caving in, just in case you encounter somebody who is a little bit unpleasant when you're out there. Walter, of course, can take his trusty baseball bat, and the party can depart into the wasteland. Look at that, 3 parties out exploring the wasteland. That is so MLG pro sheltering that frankly I'm impressing even myself here. Hello, Octopi here. We've stumbled across a church. Yes, search the church. Meanwhile, Michelle, we actually have 2 books. Look, why don't you go and read a book? Maybe it'll make you more loyal. Nancy, you can read a book as well. Both of you can read. There are 2 books to be read, and you shall read both of them, 1 each. You can then swap and read the other ones, or perhaps you can have like a little book club. You're actually standing literally on top of each other whilst reading a book by kind of waving your hands around. What are you doing, girls? What is going on? That's a little bit confusing. We have a transmission coming in, Andy to base. Uh-oh, they found another person. The kids keep finding people. That's not a good sign, really, is it? Who's in the church? Hey, who's that? Confirm. Oh, it's okay. Look, it's someone we can chat to. Or more importantly, look, we can totally trade. We've got like the best stuff. You wouldn't believe. We've just been to this school and there was like a smashed up telly and just all sorts of crazy stuff. Do you want to check it out? Don't you dare waste my time. I'm trying to get the world back on track, and you come at me with this rubbish? Hey, Donald, it's just a couple of kids, man. It's just a couple of kids. Chill out. I mean, seriously. I don't think it was necessary to react in quite that way. It looks like the girls are back from their little expedition with whatever loot they brought with them. It wasn't a particularly long expedition, so they probably didn't bring a huge amount back. Let's examine the items that the kids found at the church. Some wood, some nails, some wool. Oh, you've got some good stuff here. You've got some good stuff here. Leave the scrap pile. We'll keep the toy if we can. Leave the mannequin head. Get that. Get the limestone. That's fine. That'll do you fine just now. Oh, look, they're gaining XP by reading the books. They're gaining XP. That's awesome. I wonder what the book is about. Jonas here. We've stumbled across a church. Looks like it might have some good loot. I think that's the church literally the kids have just been at, isn't it? So why don't you keep going? I should double check that. Hold on. View the map. There's the kids. Yeah, they actually just passed each other out there in the wilderness. Look, there's the kids. And there's Walter and Jonas. Hi! As they pass each other. The kids, of course, we just accept that they go out and play in the wilderness now. In the wasteland even though they have gone out without their gas masks and things. It's just accepted. Why don't you take a suit and then harvest the trap? Michelle, Laura and Janet get back, gain a little bit of extra perception each. Good stuff. And what did you bring back? You brought back some hinges. We must be nearly there on that upgrade to level 3, you know. We've got to be nearly there. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Janet, you are needing to sleep, aren't you? Why don't you go and do that? Go and have a sleep. And then when you've had a sleep, you can go and have a shower afterwards. Oops, hold on. Accept the transmission. Hello, Andy here. We've stumbled across a small house. Search the location. Nancy is having herself some food. I'm not sure that was really strictly necessary, Nancy. Look, you're not particularly hungry, as it turns out, although there is only 2 meat in there. Now we've refilled it with another 6 meat and some leather. We've got to have some good stuff now. Before you come in, hold on. Is that Nancy? Before you come in, why don't you add parts to old Betsy there, the camper van, and then check the vehicle. All right. Obviously, that's us checking the vehicle now before she's added the parts. Nancy? Oh, sorry, Nancy. I didn't mean you. I didn't mean you. I meant Michelle. Add parts to the vehicle. Accept the incoming transmission. The kids have found something in the small house. What have you found? Well, you have found a toy. It might actually be worth bringing some water back, you know. It might well be. Well, why don't you dump the magnesium, bring back the water. We've still got 15 fuel, we've still got 7 food rations. More books for our new bookshelf would be quite good. Let's get rid of the matches because I think we have lighters. Take a couple of books. The circuit board would also be potentially useful, probably more so than a 6th bucket. So take that. Good work. I think the boys are going to bring quite a haul back, actually, this time around. I think they're going to bring quite the bounteous haul. Laura is looking pretty tired there. Why don't you go to sleep? Nancy, you can fix the shower, which has been knackered by Laura's extreme showering that she just did. There's now rain on the surface again. Look at that. We're getting more rain. This is excellent news. Once Laura and the other one, Janet, are sorted out, I think they're kind of our best crew, so we might well send them on a trip to Big Town. Although we kind of sent off 2 pieces of our equipment, like our weapons, with the last crew. Michelle, return the suit. The kids are back. It's all right because we've got 2 people out. The shelter will not suffocate them. They will be fine. Walter to Laura, we found someone else out here, but they haven't seen us yet. Want us to try to talk to them? Sure. Let's approach the stranger. We're well armed. We're well armed and ready to rock and roll. We don't have anything to trade though, so. Hey you! Shirley, do you want to trade? We got supplies. If you're out here looking to trade, you've got nothing I need. Oh, all right. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure we literally do have nothing, whether you need it or otherwise. So that is probably good for you, and I'm sure we will discover many other fine things out in the wilderness. But of course, that will have to wait until next time, because this time we have run out of time. So until then, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I have been Weird Wizard, and from me and the Weird family, I will see you later. Use your lightning shock attack, because obviously that's the best thing to do with electricity, is to electrocute nearby sheep whenever you have the opportunity. Of course. What are you going to do, Charles? You've just got a fists attack, look. He's just going to come in here and fisticuffs a sheep. You ready for this? Yes, oh, yes. Marcus of Queensberry rules, obviously. Yes, sir. And that's it. All my guys are grayed out, so I've used all of my actions this turn, and now it is the sheep's turn. There's only one left. I don't think it's going to be much of a threat.